Hey kids, Tony Freda here, and this is your moment of truth, or my moment of truth. Um, Looking for a reason not to kill myself. Maybe you could help me with that. I'm not saying this for shock value or for clicks or likes. I'm way beyond caring about that. I care about our future as a species, my own future, my family's future. And I know the whole system is designed to demoralize us so that we contemplate suicide as the only way out of a world that's gone mad, a world with no hope, no possibility of transcending the darkness that's engulfing us. And I struggle every minute with reasons to stay alive. And I have plenty. I have a lot of blessings in my life. But I know where this all goes. I know where it goes. They've written the white papers. They've told us in many ways that what their agenda is and what the end game is. And it's the destruction of humanity, the post-human future, transhumanist utopia where the elites live forever and we are either dead or slaves through a variety of means, inoculations, indoctrinations, weapons of mass control that we don't even comprehend, that maybe were reverse engineered from alien technology that they're starting to disclose now. I don't claim to have the answers. I just have questions, and I'm hoping you good people can help me come up with some answers and with a reason. Like, what's the point? What are we doing? We're fighting in this animated contest of liberty, trying to preserve a shred of dignity and decency in a completely immoral and completely destructive top-down system that's designed to enslave and destroy us. This can't be denied anymore. It's so self-evident by everything they do. This century, we've spent, what, like $3 trillion on regime change wars. Can anyone name any benefit to American people? That $3 trillion, they could have bought every one of us a house or paid for our children's education very easily. But instead, they chose to murder people and destroy lives of Americans, lives of foreigners in this completely ludicrous pretext that is going to protect us from these evil entities bent on destroying America. And anybody's dumb enough to believe that. I know you guys aren't because you're not stupid, but you got to really be stupid. I mean, think about the Afghan war, right? To me, that's the perfect illustration of government in action. We have to destroy the Taliban because they're an existential threat. They're evil, which I agree. They're not got nice guys, right? It's an awful, evil, demonic system that they have perpetrated on their own people. But after 20 years, $1 trillion, thousands of Americans dead, God knows how many Afghans dead, the Taliban's still in power. And not only that, now they have hundreds of billions of dollars of our weaponry, supposedly the most evil entity on the planet. We gave them weapons and we got the hell out of there. I defy anyone to tell me any way any of these wars have helped humanity, especially Americans who are paying for it. Why any of us pay taxes is the only reason I come up with is that we're so browbeaten into submission and a posture of slavery that they also threaten to arrest you and kill you. You know, the IRS has an army. Well, they say how evil guns are. They have an army. Guys with guns will come to your house and destroy your life if you don't pay for all the stuff that's designed to destroy us and doesn't benefit us in any way. the fraud exposed over the last couple of years in every single institution, from Medicaid, Medicare, every NGO, they're all scams designed to take your tax money and enrich themselves and give money to people who hate everything about you and want you dead. This is very clear now. Yeah, we'll still pay our taxes on Wednesday, right? Tomorrow. What's tomorrow tax day? It's coming up. Because we're so afraid of them. And they want us living in fear and submission and demoralization. And they're winning. They're winning. They are winning. We are losing. Humanity is losing. We need to realize there's way more of us than them. The Epstein class, the Epstein revelations alone, we should have guillotines set up. I mean, Howard Lutnick is still in the cabinet. He's Epstein's buddy, making billions of dollars, like committing crimes, moral crimes, sins. Who knows how many little girls he raped, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. Every single Epstein was the epicenter of every single evil, demonic enterprise in the world, and this cabal of baby-eating demons. There's like thousands of references to jerky. You think billionaires need to go to Epstein to get beef jerky? I mean, what are they talking about? They're talking about consuming human baby flesh because they believe, and there's evidence scientifically, that when you eat or ingest or transfuse the blood of very young people, it enhances your life functions. It gives you what they think is immortality, and we just put up with it. Where are the arrests? Where are the indictments? Where's the exposure? I mean, we know, we have the emails, yet nothing happens. They're still running the government, some of these people. And they just rub it in our faces, and we do nothing. We do nothing. I mean, you get the government that you deserve. I mean, we are so pathetic that we put up with it. Now, me included. I'm not judging anyone. I mean, I know a lot of you people on Substack and other places are working tirelessly at great personal cost to expose the truth and to get the word out there, and you have been for decades. And I applaud you. I salute you. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I've been doing the same thing. But where has it gotten us? Not very far. Even with this knowledge, we do nothing. We just take it like an abused wife who was too afraid to leave her husband. They're winning. And, we have this ant infestation in my house, right? And I put down cinnamon because I don't want to use the poisons that the big agra develops that are very toxic to us. So those ants, ANT, right? It's an acronym for automatic negative thoughts. And I've been having a lot of those lately, and they're consuming me and destroying me. And so that ant metaphor that I see manifest in my house is a great metaphor for what I'm experiencing. I try to counter the ants with cinnamon, to sprinkle cinnamon on the ants. Positive affirmations and hopeful thoughts and prayer and meditation and ice baths and everything I could do, exercise and all the things you're supposed to do and supplementation. And it's not working. It's not working because they're winning. The darkness is winning. It's subsuming the light. It's taking over. Darkness is encroaching on us individually. My partner is a psychologist, and she's never seen a demand for her services the way it is right now. Everybody's demoralized and anxious and depressed and suicidal. It's an epidemic. And that's not a coincidence. That's a result of a society that's designed to engender those very things. It's designed to make us destroy ourselves so they don't have to. But those of us that are strong enough to overcome whatever humiliations and betrayals and just degradations they impose upon us, they'll kill us. They're going to cull us in the end. I mean, that's the plan, to cull us and just leave enough of us around to be their maids and their servants. Whatever the robots can't do. I mean, they openly state, they literally carved it into stone, into granite. In the Georgia Guidestones, they want a population of 500 million people, which means, how do you get to 500 million people? You have to kill a lot of people. And they will kill us. Trump talks about killing 90 million Iranians like it's like, you know, on Easter Sunday, for God's sake. As if it's not a big deal. Just another Sunday. Now he's posting that pictures of him as Jesus, and there's people who think he's the Messiah, and we're in this sort of weird end time biblical revelation of prophecy that's manufactured. All right, it's not. This is you can't force a biblical prophecy, which seems to be what's happening. Hegseth talks about it. Secretary of War, that this is a wholly biblical mission that they're trying to accomplish. They're trying to fulfill the scripture and hasten the apocalypse so that the return of Jesus can happen. The Christian Zionists, the Jewish Zionists, and even the Muslims believe the Mahdi is coming through a conflagration to a massive global war. Is the only way that the Messiah will reveal himself. So I'm in a spiritual crisis. I'm in a psychological crisis. I'm in a crisis in the temporal plane. And they hate us. I mean, look at Canada. The MAIDS program in Canada with the euthanizing. These are people that are euthanizing that they don't have some terminal illness. They just euthanized a guy, like a 20-year-old kid that's blind in one eye, otherwise healthy. So the way they're going to deflect the costs of social expenditures is by murdering us. They're making it very clear, and they're codifying mass extermination into law. And it's coming here and everywhere if we don't do something about it. And why there hasn't been a mass revolt, I have no idea, other than they just broken us. They're broken us. We're broken. We're beaten down. And we're pathetic. And I'm including myself in this. I'm not judging other people. My God, how much degradation can we endure before we say no mas? I'm not paying my taxes this year, and if they put me in prison, so be it. You know, at least I'll get free room and board. I'll finally get a benefit. I've been paying taxes for half a century, and let me tell you, I benefited very little from it, very little. And then the fraud and abuse, and just they've been looting our tax money for God knows how long. There's just the guys at the top are looting it and taking it and giving it to themselves and their families, and they're building bunkers and arcs and things because they know they're building a bunker under the White House, for God's sake, because they know something's coming and they're going to be protected and we're going to be left out in the cold to die of nuclear radiation or some plague or God knows what. And we put up with it. What's wrong with us? What is wrong with us? I know they've dumbed us down and they use these algorithms to manufacture our consent to absurdities. If you can get people to believe in absurdities, you can get them to commit atrocities. I don't remember who said that, but we're seeing that happen right now. And it's a disgrace. And I'm clinging to hope by the tiniest thread. The tiniest thread. Because I believe in humanity. I believe in God. I believe in our divine connection to something much greater than us. But what's it going to take for us to transcend this paradigm of destruction and demoralization and degradation that's designed to destroy us? When are we going to say, I've had enough? When are we going to realize that we have power, we have souls, we have humanity? We have some connection to God, to the eternal within us. And this handful of dirtbag, evil demons who eat babies and defile children are running our world. And we let them. Guys on an Epstein list are walking around right now. Why aren't we executing them? We put up with it. So we're to blame. We let them take over. So we're to blame. And I'm not here. I wish I had answers. I just have questions. I wish I had answers. I wish to God I had answers. But I'm not going to kill myself. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep fighting until I drop. Until there's nothing left. At least I went down fighting. I'm not going down on my knees, begging for a scrap from these dirtbags who are worth hundreds of billions of dollars, who hate us. The Zuckerbergs and the Gates and the Epsteins. God, we let those scum rule over us and design our future? People who hate themselves and project their hatred onto humanity in some Jungian global play, shadow play. No. We still have a chance to redeem humanity, to claim our birthright, to be free and sovereign and have a shred of dignity, and to have a future that's prosperous, and to reject enslavement. But this is our last chance. We're coming down to the end game here. And I've known for a long time this is where it's going. And everybody said I was crazy. Could say I'm crazy, call me names, call me conspiracy theorist. They write it. They tell you what they're going to do in the freaking white papers. They tell you what they're going to do. And now they're doing it. And we still do nothing. Anybody who thinks that humanity is worth preserving, that we have a soul, that we have a birthright to live free from these scum demons who rule over us, needs to stand up, and we need to stand together. There's way more of us than them. We have incredible power. Yet we just want to live on. Maybe part of us hates ourselves, and we want to live on our knees like slaves. I can't get a better explanation. Maybe you guys have one. I don't know what it is. I have my ideas, but I think they've just broken us to the point we're right at the edge now of no return. We're right at the edge. If we don't stand up now and fight the AI post-human transhumanist takeover, we're done. The tech sector has laid off 50,000 people this year alone. That's the tip of the iceberg. They're replacing us with robots and AI. And it's going to get way worse. Did we vote for AI? Was there like a consent? Oh, yeah, we like AI. Let's bring. No. It was foisted on us. Just like everything was. We never had a say in any of it, did we? I was an eyewitness to 9/11, and watching that, I watched the towers fall with my eyes. I lived in downtown Manhattan. I watched thousands of people die, and I knew that was symbolic, but also literal destruction of Western civilization. Those towers are emblematic of the achievements of Western civilization, and they were just demolished in free fall. Obviously, the official story is a lie. Anybody who understands physics, understands geopolitics, understands the reality of this world knows it was bullshit. And we're supposed to swallow it and then go on this crusade of endless wars that never accomplish anything except increase the threat of terrorism, increase the threat of all the people that we say we were fighting against. At the cost of trillions of dollars, tens of thousands of American lives, millions of foreign lives. For what? So many lives ruined. Yeah, the soldiers have armor now so they don't die, but they come back broken psychologically and limbless. The casualty count would have been 10 times what it is if they didn't have the armor, but it's like a faux armor. These guys who signed up to protect this country were doing nothing of the sort, and it's not their fault. They were lied to from birth. An empire of lies destroyed their lives, literally, and is about to destroy our lives. We might now be soldiers on the front line, but we are in a way, we're all soldiers fighting for humanity and fighting for our soul of humanity. And the idea that we are worth preserving, the values of freedom and dignity and democracy and some sort of sense of self-agency and sovereignty is worth preserving, and freedom of expression. And after 9/11, of course, there was the wonderful plague of COVID. Totally manufactured bioweapon. The COVID virus was a bioweapon, obviously designed in a bioweapons factory in China with American involvement, unleashed on us. And then the COVID response, the thing that was going to cure us all, was another bioweapon, a genetic bioweapon designed to turn us all into GMOs so we could be controlled. Anybody who took that vaccine is now a genetically modified organism because it affects you on a genetic level. That was gene therapy redesigned or renamed as a vaccine. It wasn't a vaccine. Everything they said about it was a lie. Every single part of that propaganda campaign was a lie. And anybody who said it wasn't was censored and banned and shadow banned. And I'm one of them. C.J. Hopkins did a book cover for him. He's been tortured for years now for challenging that narrative. That's all he did. He posted my book cover that I designed. They come to his house. They harass him and his wife. They seize his computers. They charge him over and over again with crimes that have no basis in reality, no basis in law. I mean, they censored guys that were like Malone, who were like invented the technology. He doesn't get to speak. People will know way more than, Don Lemon on CNN. They don't get to speak. But scum like Don Lemon gets to speak. And by the way, with impunity, he lied to us, and so did CNN, so did the New York Times, all of them lied to us with impunity. So that the whole debacle and the people who were trying against all odds to tell us the truth were banned and censored and shamed into submission. One of the greatest disgraces of human history, and that's one of the greatest crimes against humanity. So what's the next atrocity they're going to foist upon us? It's going to be a bioweapon? Is it going to be a false flag terror event? Is it going to be, some EMP or Project Bluebeam, where they say it's an alien invasion that we all have to unite against, and there'll be another reason to take all our rights away from us? It's crisis management, problem, reaction, solution. They create the crisis, they anticipate the response, and then they have the solution. And the solution is always to give them more power and to take power away from us. Always. And why the hell can't we see that? God. Why can't we see that? Well, it's so obvious. It's so self-evident. And it's a pattern that just keeps getting repeated over and over again. I think we're at the point where they're manipulating our thoughts through technology that we don't even, is happening below the threshold of our perception, that we consent to absurdities, we consent to things that are against our best interests because we're not even aware of how they're manipulating our minds. Or, we're in a sci-fi movie. I mean, we're in an X-Files episode. This is not, 1980. This is 2026, and there's technology, there's discombobulators, there's AI, we've created an intelligence that far surpasses ours that we're going to hand over control of the world to. I'm sure it'll work out fine. Except that every person that developed these systems says it's not going to work out fine. It'll probably end, when you war game it out, in the AI deciding that we're like, something that needs to be eliminated to pursue its goals that we've told them are the most important reasons for why they exist, what their mission is. But at some point, when they're a million times smarter than we are, like, why would they listen to our commands? It's not a tool. We're the tool. One of the reasons we have agency over the planet is we're the smartest organism, right? We created something that's way smarter than us, and we expect to have control over it. It's absurd on its face. It makes no sense. Nothing makes sense anymore. And that's by design too. It's confusion therapy. When a population is confused, it looks for a savior. It latches on to the first thing that makes sense. So they confuse the hell out of you, and then they say something that seemingly makes sense as a solution, and we latch onto it. We say, that's the answer. They gave us the answer to the problem that they created. And unless we're aware of that paradigm, we have no hope. Zero, nada, nil. I'm still clinging to hope, but I hope some of you can give me an answer to my initial question, which was, why should I just kill myself? Please answer my question.